Where you at, Berto?
Why rappers keep dating the same women. This is something that I never understood with celebrities and like celebrities in general. Bro, you have all this money, you have all this fame, you literally probably most women that don't even have any clout or motion would probably give you a shot. Why do y'all pass around the same 10 to 15 hoes? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, literally doesn't make sense to me. Mark my words, bro, because one day I will be up there with your favorite creators. I'm not wifing Community Ball Gang. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and purchase me a fresh, untouched ball, my nigga. I'm straight. Let's get right into the video, man. Where you at, family? Come on.
If you've been paying attention, you've probably noticed this pattern. Rappers keep dating the same women, same faces, same couples, same relationships popping up again and again. And this pattern shows up everywhere in the rap game. Even Drake and Future allegedly fell out after dealing with the same woman at one point. That's how small this circle really is. And here's the part nobody really breaks down. The dating pool in hip hop is very tiny, like way smaller than people think. And to really show you what I mean, let me start this video off with a quick story. A couple years ago, I met this mid-level rapper. He had a Billboard charting record at the time and some decent buzz to his name. I met him backstage during one of his shows, and that was because a friend of mine had gotten invited and I just happened to be the plus one. So I'm backstage or whatever, there's a bunch of people there, right? The music is loud, etc. And then I noticed something really interesting. In the corner of the room, right, there's these three girls, two in red, one in black. And immediately, I actually recognized these women because I'd seen those exact same girls at another rapper show about like 6 months earlier. So I asked my friend, I'm like, hey bro, who are those three girls in the corner? And then he looks at me and says, bro, they're just a part of the circle. At that point, I didn't really need to ask anything else. And for anybody who's confused, he was basically telling me they're regulars. They move around the whole industry. And that's just one real life example of this entire.
Bro, like, that could never be my wife, bro. Like, that would make me roll in my sleep at night, have nightmares, wake up, like my girl just being passed around by my peers. I don't get that. I don't want that. I'd rather, hear me out. And this gonna sound a little crazy. I'd rather be with a girl that has, you know, a crazy past and has done terrible things that with people that I don't know and I will never interact with in life. But if I'm dealing with my girl and my homie or my enemy at that can be like, yeah, nigga, that's why I fucked your bitch. I couldn't handle that, bro. I could not handle that. If my girl went and clapped 100 niggas, let that be 100 niggas that I will never interact with in life. Bro, why are we passing around the community ball? Obviously, I don't want a girl with 100 bodies, but that's not the point. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I don't know how niggas like deal with that.
Our conversation. Once you really start paying attention, you realize rappers aren't dating from the whole world. They're dating from the same circles over and over. I'm talking same faces, same rooms, same rotation, just behind different doors. Now let's talk about some of those very popular faces in hip hop. Because if you've been anywhere near hip hop culture or even hip hop adjacent, you might recognize at least one of the women on the screen right now. Let's start with the one to the left, and that is Selena Powell, the self-proclaimed industry thought. I did say self-proclaimed, okay?
Wow, she calls herself that?
Selena has built a career off of exposing rappers, finessing situations, turning private moments into clout, and she's taken pride in all this. This is her forte.
I actually do kind of recognize
this is what she
her.
does. And then we have Ruby Rose, someone who got her first big breakthrough dating Playboy Cardi. She rode that momentum very nicely, got connected to the right people, and before you know it, she popped up in the Bad and Bougie music video. Wasn't Takeoff left off Bad and Bougie? RP to Takeoff. From there, Ruby Rose became a recognized face in the industry. She's dated several rappers in a game, built a massive IG presence, dropped music, launched an OnlyFans account. Now Ruby is interesting because she really understood the environment very early on and turned visibility into a business model. And unlike a lot of the women who got caught up in a game, Ruby caught on to the game early and capitalized off of all of it, securing her own bag in the process. You gotta respect it. And then there's India Love, someone who didn't just pop up on Instagram like most people think. India actually first popped off on Tumblr back.
Y'all don't even know what Tumblr is, man. Y'all young chicken nugget motherfuckers. This is your first time hearing about Tumblr. I know. Y'all too young to understand the game. This was when social media was lit. Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash. And the big talk of the town is
Is this a scam, Berto? What is this?
well, look at this guy, and this guy, All people from our community that are making money through the free Cash App. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the free Cash App. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for free cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
During that whole, aesthetic edits, it girl era, she built a serious following there before Instagram even became the move. And then after that, she picked up even more attention through reality TV and early IG culture. So by the time Instagram blew up, she was already a known face and slid right into that OG IG baddie / model, whatever you want to call it, right, lane. So she's been in the mix for over a decade, and her first major mainstream moment came from her relationship with the game. At the time, she was 18, and
allegedly. Or no. She was 18, but nigga was goddamn 40 something. Oh my God.
35.
Oh.
I know. It's crazy.
Like 35?
I know.
35?
Yeah. And from that point forward, she's basically been connected to the same circle ever since. Last but definitely not least, we got Britney Rener. She's another woman who's been in the mix for years. And yeah, she's mostly known for finessing the athletes, but she's been around the rap world as well. She dated Lil Uzi Vert actually way back, and she was even married to Kevin Gates for like...
Were they actually married though? Like actually on paper married? Or was it just all a gimmick?
2 business days. Now all of these women are basically the faces everybody recognize when people talk about the women who've been connected to the industry's biggest rappers for years. But here's the thing. This whole pattern, this rotation, this ecosystem, it didn't start with these women. Before the IG models, before the industry girl even became a term, it all started with one woman, a big throwback, a name from the blog era a lot of y'all will probably recognize, Cat Stacks.
I'm Cat Stacks. I got a lot of stories to tell. The people I exposed in my blog aren't all the people I've been with. I've been to Lil Wayne's crib. I've been them. A nigga gave me $1,200 motherfucking dollars.
For everyone tuned in during the blog era, you already know who this is. The first real rap groupie the internet ever saw. She was loud, unfiltered, unapologetic, and the definition of I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. And her whole brand was basically exposing rappers. And the thing about Cat Stacks is she actually ended up revealing something.
This is the thing though. Imagine you build your whole internet persona as a woman exposing rappers for sleeping with you. And then the rappers still sleep with you. It makes no sense, bro. It makes 0 sense. It's kind of like you're looking at her. You've seen that she done exposed 10 other niggas. And you're the 11th dumbass like, she not gonna do that to me though. She gonna hold it down for me though.
Nobody was even thinking about back then. And that was that rappers only deal with a select group of women. Now, Kat wasn't just around rappers. She was inside the parts of the industry people never see. And because she was proudly shameless, she talked about everything that she saw behind the scenes.
It was all publicity, entertainment, because to them, I just see them as business, not friend type. My family's my friend, but they're just business.
Now that clip right there, that was Kat in her purest form. No filter, no secrecy.
Does she have teardrops on her face? Is this like some type of cosplay, or did you catch some bodies or something? Why do you have teardrops on your face, lady?
No protective brand. Like this woman she just didn't give a fuck, okay? And she moved exactly like that. In a lot of ways, Cat Stacks became the blueprint for what we now call the industry girl. And yeah, let's be honest, she was definitely clout chasing like crazy. That was her whole hustle.
Oh my God.
Here's the funny part.
Who is that?
Even while she was doing it for attention, she was accidentally pulling back the curtain on something way bigger than her. She showed you the same thing over and over again. These rappers are basically all running through the same group of women. And once you put those pieces together, you finally understand why this keeps happening. It all comes down to one thing, and that word is access. Who gets in, who stays in, who even has the proximity to step into the room in the first place.
One of the first questions that someone asked was why rappers recycle the same women. I wonder why.
I'll tell you this. I think they recycle the same women because are all in the same circle.
When people talk about access, here's what it really means. Rappers aren't choosing from the world. Their environment is choosing for them. They deal with whoever is actually available in their world, not the millions of people the internet imagines. And once you take a look at the rooms they're actually moving in, studios, backstage, private events, late night sessions, that huge dating pool everybody thinks exists shrinks very fast. The circle becomes tiny, not because they don't have...
No, I'm not buying into this. I don't give a fuck, bro. I got too much dignity and pride, bro. If I'm looking around and the girl that I think is cute has been with 10 other niggas in this room at some point, bro, I'm straight. I don't want her. Hell no, I'm not going for that. Y'all not gonna pull the wool over my... I don't give a fuck if we in the same rooms. So what, nigga? That's like going to school. Okay, we're in the same room. We're in the same ecosystem. We're all at the same school. But this girl, she done hopped around on everybody's Johnson. She had a new boyfriend. You know, every year of high school, she's had a new boyfriend. But in between those relationships, she was hooking up with some nigga. No, bro. I'm not going. That can't be my wife. You know, maybe it's a good time. Maybe it's just a quick little fling. Fine, whatever. Get your rocks off. But you over here wifing, kissing, talk about this. No.
Have other opportunities, but because those are the only people who even exist in their day-to-day reality. Because the truth is this: most artists spend their days locked in studios, catching last-minute flights, doing press runs, moving city to city, sleeping strange hours, surrounded by the same team in the same environments on repeat. So even though they're technically meeting people every day, they're not making real connections with anybody. Their schedule doesn't allow it. Their security, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. Their fame, depending on what level they're at, doesn't allow it. So naturally, they end up dating the people who are already in the mix, already in those rooms, already accustomed to their lifestyle. And once you understand that, the whole question of why do all these rappers date the same women starts making a lot more sense. And here's the thing. This whole dating ecosystem they're in, it's basically one big recommendation loop. Because most of these dudes are not best friends, but they all move in the same exact circles. In other words, they're doing shows together, which means they're backstage together. They're at the same studio sessions. They share the same promoters, security, videographers. They hit the same clubs and the same after parties. And what happens is this: once a woman gets close to one rapper or is even seen around him, her name automatically travels through that whole network. Yeah, she been around the homies. Yeah, she's solid. Yo, she a little crazy, but she's definitely loyal. She's safe. She knows how to move. Whatever, right? That's the recommendation loop. It's not organized. It's just how the industry operates. So when a woman enters that world, she's not just dating.
Bro. Hell nah. I don't want no nigga giving me recommendations on my hoe. Like, oh yeah, man, hit it just like that. She like it when nigga... What? Hell nah, no. Nah, bro. I'm not going for
one
this.
rapper.
I don't care.
She's basically introduced to the whole gang by default. Because once you're in that circle, you're accessible to everybody inside that world. To them, she's the safe option. Not the best option, not the baddest option, far from, because a lot of the fans be way better than these industry women, right?
That's
another
saying.
Conversation. She's just the familiar one.
There's way too many beautiful, single, you know what I'm saying? No clout, not clout chasing women out here that are regular women to be sitting here fucking on recycled cum buckets. I'm straight.
And yes, it's very transactional in most cases, but nobody looks at it like that. Because at the end of the day, these are all grown adults coming together, knowing what it is, and they're all benefiting from it somehow. So it's really just the unspoken system that's been a part of hip-hop forever. Now let me give you guys a clear example of what I mean. Y'all know Sexy Red, right? Of course you do. Now before Sexy Red blew up, she wasn't living this superstar lifestyle. On one interview with Sean Cotton from Say Cheese, she talked about having like $30 in her pocket back then. She was broke, she was grinding, she was trying to figure things out. And here's the interesting part, right? Before Sexy Red became popular, she was already spending a lot of time in Chicago, specifically around rapper FBG Duck, who was popping in Chicago before he got killed in 2020.
You met FBG Duck before he passed, and you traveled to Chicago to meet. Was it to meet him specifically?
No, it was to shoot my video.
And this footage of Sexy Red being around FBG Duck and a bunch of other people somewhere, I don't know where this is. This footage popped up when Sexy Red started blowing up.
Wait, what's your rap name?
I don't know yet. Song with Red though.
Now, I'm not saying that anything happened between them. That's none of my business. Like, generally, I don't even care, right? The point is this. She was already inside that environment. She was already around that circle. She already had...
I want Sexy Red to keep winning, man. I fuck with Sexy Red. Shake your dirt, shake your dirt. Like, she's just tough. She just seems like a cool girl. And I fuck with her music. But, you know, and that's neither here or there.
Proximity to the culture before...
She is degenerate as shit, though. She's definitely not contributing to society. But hey, man, I'm here for the bullshit.
She ever had a name in the game. Even after that, Sexy Red was allegedly connected to Chief Keef at one point, and I'm pretty sure they were dating. I'm pretty sure, but it's another conversation, right? Again, same circle, same ecosystem, same route to visibility. Sexy Red didn't pop out of nowhere. She was already moving through the exact rooms that eventually pulled her into the industry. And that's how this world works. Once you're inside those environments, you're not connected to one person, you're connected to the whole network. And that network runs on one thing, familiarity. Because here's the part that nobody really ever talks about, which is something that I touched on earlier. Although these women may not be the best option or even, the most attractive one, they're usually the most predictable option. And when I say predictable, I mean this. They already understand the lifestyle, the chaos, the late nights, the pressure. So rappers don't have to explain themselves or risk being misunderstood. And honestly, that applies to anybody. You don't have to be a rapper to relate to this, right? Whatever life you live, you don't want to sit there breaking down your whole schedule, your stress, your routine to somebody you're dating. You just want somebody who gets it. And predictability goes a very long way in an industry where nothing else is predictable. Think about it like this. Being a rapper today means living in constant uncertainty. 1 month you're up, the next month you're praying the algorithm isn't killing you. One mistake can ruin an entire rollout. One headline can tank your momentum. There's no stable schedule, no routine, no structure. So when everything around you is chaos, your brain naturally gravitates towards whoever feels familiar. And psychologists call this the familiarity bias. You don't need to graduate from Harvard to understand this. It's very simple. Your brain likes what it recognizes. Your brain trusts what it's seen before, even if it isn't the best choice. It's the easier choice because you know it. When your whole life is unpredictable, the familiar woman, the one already in those rooms, already around the team, already used to the lifestyle, automatically becomes the safer pick. There's no time to slow walk a new relationship, no time to figure out who's real and who's clout chasing.
I could see that. I can see it. I know it's just the nigga in me, like just the being too aware. I just don't think I could accept that. I feel like I'd be settling.
So the people already in that circle,
I get it though.
The faces they've seen or watched move in that environment, either on social media or in real life, end up becoming...
Y'all remember when Drake was so down bad for Rihanna? Oh my God. Y'all remember he got curved on television, like live television? Like, ooh, he was going through it for that girl.
The safer choice by default. I remember something Tupac said back in the 90s. He spoke about this exact topic in one of his records. The song is called All About You. And the hook goes, every city we go, every video, I see the same hoes. And at the end of the song, Snoop Dogg jokes about flipping through different music videos and seeing the same exact women in every single one. So they've been talking about this for decades. The only difference now is that the internet made it impossible to miss. Social media amplifies everything. Who's dating who popped out with who unfollowed who. And that pattern becomes a form of promotion in itself, because when two recognizable names link up, it's not just a relationship, it's a headline, it's a storyline. It's free marketing on both sides. The circle didn't get smaller, the visibility just got louder, and that's thanks to social media. At the end of the day, it all comes down to proximity. When the same 5 people are in the same rooms, live in the same...
I was when Meek was in his prime, when he was wifed up with Nicki Minaj. Man, have the heroes have fallen, boy. Man, like, I don't hear nobody talking about Meek Mill no more. Meek Mill used to make some of the hardest music, bruh. Now that nigga's like radio silent. Y'all listening to Meek in 2025, or should I say 2026? We almost there.
Life.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Style every single day. Of course, they're gonna end up dating the same people. Of course, we see the same faces linking up. So the real question is this.
Amber Rose, she nerfed herself, tattooing shit on her forehead.
Does hip hop actually have a dating problem, or is it just a lifestyle that comes with it, the environment?
People always used to say I look like Wiz Khalifa. Y'all see it? Let me see if I can look how he's looking. Or no, he's looking this way. What y'all think?
The reality of being stuck in a world where proximity decides everything. I guess that's where I would ask you, why do you think rappers keep dating the same women? If you made it this far, drop a like on this video, clear this conversation.
W video by that boy Blackie Speaks. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Why do rappers keep clapping the same cheeks? You know, again, I can see it, I understand it, but me personally, I ain't going like that, because, you know, if I just don't never want to be in a situation where a nigga could be beefing with me and then dead ass be like, yeah, nigga, that's why I fucked your girl and my homie fucked my girl, and that's why in all my songs I talk about, yeah, your hoe gotta fuck me and the whole team, and she did that, nigga. Oh nah, it's GG's, bro. I could have handled it.
Where you at, Berto?